are a lot of anti-Israel reports out this week with the start of the Olympics. We've seen the Lebanese Olympic team physically block the Israelis from traveling on the same bus, and we've also seen a Saudi athlete forfeit a first-round judo match to apparently avoid fighting her Israeli counterpart. Those incidents, even if despicable, they don't come as a total surprise. Lebanon and Israel are at war, which is not an excuse for bad behavior whatsoever, since it violates the Olympic Charter, but not a complete shock. In fact, we've come to expect this type of behavior, and far worse, from Israel's international enemies. The real eye-opener, though, is that the Green Party of Canada is a cesspool for anti-Semites. And it was proven this weekend when the party voted to support the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement at their convention in Ottawa. The movement targets Israeli products in an attempt to delegitimize the country, and although Elizabeth May claims to be disappointed about her party adopting this new policy, that's just a cop-out. It was revealed just last month that Monica Schaefer, former federal Green Party candidate for the riding of West Yellowhead in Alberta, is a Holocaust denier and a 9/11 truther. Here she is actually apologizing to her parents and denying that there were gas chambers and mass deaths in a YouTube video posted in June.
These things did not happen. It is only since the last couple of years, since about 2014, that I have begun to understand that this is the biggest and most pernicious and persistent lie in all of history. Everything has been turned upside down, on its head. Yes, there were detention camps. Nobody denies that there were camps. And yes, the prisoners were kept against their will. Again, nobody denies that. But these were work camps. The prisoners of the camps were being kept as healthy and as well fed as was possible in those terrible war years. They needed to be kept healthy. How else could they perform the work? It was war, and so the camps were basically armaments factories. And how much sense does it make, by the way, to have a hospital in a death camp? There were no gas chambers there. The only gas that was used was to get rid of the lice. Lice carried typhus, and typhus was a deadly and rampant disease. So they had to delouse the clothing to keep the people healthy. Now, why would they do that if the goal was to just exterminate the Jews? Makes no sense. That is the 6 million lie, as I now like to call it.
Schaefer claims that she has shared her views widely throughout the party, making May's claims that she had no idea about it more than just a little far-fetched. I mean, she had no problems broadcasting her views to the world, which, by the way, that video has over 80,000 views. And who could forget former party president Paul Estrin being forced to step down after stating that the Hamas government is hateful. And then there was the time May actually supported a party resolution condemning what was termed illegal Israeli settlements, even after publicly supporting Israel's right to exist. The vote to support BDS this past weekend just goes to show that the Green Party is full of terrorist sympathizers that don't like Israel or Jews. Elizabeth May has now sponsored a petition to remove the anti-BDS policy, but it's unlikely it will succeed. After all, it's the members that come up with resolutions independently, and enough support is needed for motions to make it to the convention, where the party leader and brass can't reject resolutions. The Green Party hasn't come out in full support of Hamas, but it seems it's only a matter of time before they do. I don't see them boycotting any other Middle Eastern countries for human rights violations. Do you? For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.